They have Franklin wrapped up at the 30, and they will bring him down at the 27-yard line. Big Leonard Floyd, the outside linebacker. Will go for two, work from the 3 on the near hash. Roll it into the end zone and caught for the 2-point conversion. Michael Bennett about 1.5 yards across the goal line. Play fake Douglas. Naked boot throws in the end zone. Touchdown Conley. And he's sacked by Ray Drew, the disciple of disruption.
Hello everybody and welcome to Inside Georgia Football with head coach Mark Richt. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and the Dogs with another big SEC matchup this week, and it's in the Eastern Division again against the reigning champions, the Missouri Tigers. An early kickoff in Columbia, Missouri, but the Dogs with a lot riding on the outcome. It'll be a huge one for Georgia as they look for making 3 SEC wins in a row. We're going to hear from Coach Richt. We'll have highlights of the game. You'll hear on the defensive side from Toby Johnson. From the offensive line, how about the boss himself, David Andrews? And on special teams, one of the best kickers in all of college football, Marshall Morgan. We'll take you off the field with Coach Richt, a special feature with our own Ashley Rosenberg. It's all straight ahead on Inside Georgia Football with head coach Mark Richt.
Inside Georgia Football with head coach Mark Richt is presented by Georgia's own credit union. It's your future, own it. Also brought to you by AT&T, building you a better network.
There are certain times in life when things get crazy, like when we have great expectations, when it's time to move on, or when life just happens. And when things change and I need a loan, I head to Georgia's own credit union. Georgia's own credit union. It's your future, own it.
Charlie, the demand on this network, it is increasing by the second.
It's crazy, huh?
And people are relying on it more than ever. We cover more than 99% of all Americans.
No, I can't imagine living without it. It's a place where people can come share knowledge and ideas. It's beautiful.
That's deep, Charlie.
My selfie just hit 100 likes. 100!
AT&T is building you a better network.
Fans use signs to identify themselves. The chop, the fork, the O, hook 'em horns. But there's one sign everyone wants to be identified with. Number 1, fans show their loyalty in all kinds of ways. Ours just buy another Hyundai. Number 1 in customer loyalty 5 years in a row. Show your loyalty using the hashtag #ThisIsLoyalty.
They inspire our players.
Georgia has the win over 18th ranked LSU.
I'll try to improve from last year to this year, and we'll see how everything goes.
Dogs on top, 1-0.
This segment of Inside Georgia Football is brought to you by AT&T, building you a better network.
Playing on the road in the SEC, I mean, everyone in the stadium is pretty much against you. I mean, you're going to hear some crazy stuff from the fans. I mean, they make sure that your sideline's right next to the Missouri fans. So, I mean, they try to get in your head, you know, but we've had some success with it, and hopefully we can just keep it going.
Playing on the road in the SEC, chaos. It's every fan base is nuts. You know, they're loud. You know, and other teams fired up. They feed off that energy. It's just an uncontrolled environment, and but that's fun. There's nothing like going and getting an SEC road win. That's an awesome feeling, and to kind of feel the crowd die out of the game as a team. You just keep wearing on a team is that's a fun feeling, and anytime you beat someone else at someone else's house, it's just why you play, is compete and win.
I think basically I think we played good on the road. I mean, the first in South Carolina, we took a loss or whatever, but I felt like we as a team, I felt like we fought hard, we played hard to the Wilson. They were just a better team that day. And I feel like won't nothing change. I feel like all 3 phases of the game. Like I said, we done got better all 3 phases. I mean, we ain't looking back on that loss or whatever. We just looking forward, and I feel like it's gonna be a good game this upcoming Saturday, basically.
Suffering that loss to South Carolina, none of us had planned for that, but a lot of us older guys knew. The conference we play in is so competitive that you're always still in the, you always still got a shot with 1 loss. And that's just SEC football. Everyone beats everyone, it kind of seems like. But now, kind of where we're sitting, it's wide open again, and we just got to keep doing what we do, and every week's going to be a dogfight from here to, December.
All right, here we go again. Going to Missouri, going to Columbia for the 2nd time this year. Just going to Missouri this time instead of South Carolina. Coach Pinkel has done a great job there. I was telling the team that a year ago no one really gave them a chance to win the East, and they did it. They're the reigning division champion, Eastern Division champs, and I don't think many people picked them this year. And here they are at the top of the Eastern Division race. So it's a huge game for us. It's a huge game for them. Looking forward to the challenge of it.
Missouri's got a talented defensive front. They do a lot of different things up front, which can mess you up at times. They've got some good pass rushers on the edges again this year, and I think they play pretty physical and play pretty tough. So, we're gonna have to be on top of our game when we go out there.
Pretty much, they got some pretty good players. All their players are pretty much fit the system or whatever. They got some older guys that been in the program for a good little minute, and they just gonna fight hard. They're gonna play hard. I mean, last year I got a chance to play those guys, and they was pretty physical. They communicated well, and they were just a good football team. But this year we have got better, and both teams should be ready to play. Just a big game here.
It's really just winning every next game we play. We gotta go in Missouri. We gotta win this game, and if we keep winning, it's kind of our own destiny. So we just gotta win this week.
It's big for sure. Mathematically, it doesn't assure anybody of. It doesn't assure the winner of winning the league, and it doesn't assure the loser of not winning the East. But the more games we play, the more valuable they are, and we definitely, like for example, if we lose, we're in essence 3 games behind Missouri. That's pretty tough to overcome. They'd have to lose 3 times to give us a chance, We don't want to think about that. We want to try to get this thing and not have to worry about somebody getting beat.
We play in the greatest conference in college football, and you can look around every weekend, and every SEC game is just like, back and forth, and take that for granted sometimes as a player to be able to play in this kind of conference, but you really do have to focus on week to week, and you can't overlook anyone in our conference or in college football, and that's a big thing. I think our coaches do a great job of that, of keeping us grounded, either when we have success or times of low points, and but we've done a good job of that this season, and that's just something we're looking forward to, and just going out there to play Missouri, and then we'll go from there. But that's the biggest thing on our schedule right now.
Coming up next, a sit down with head coach Mark Richt. How is he away from football? Well, our Ashley Rosenberg will find out. That's straight ahead on Inside Georgia Football with head coach Mark Richt.
Charlie, the demand on this network, it is increasing by the second.
It's crazy, huh?
And people are relying on it more than ever. We cover more than 99% of all Americans.
I I can't imagine living without it. It's a place where people can come share knowledge and ideas. It's beautiful.
That's deep, Charlie.
My selfie just hit 100 likes. 100!
AT&T is building you a better network.
Together, we're a team. And together, we're family. No place gives teams the brands they need at the lowest prices like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day.
Our 21st birthday is one you don't want to miss because you could win up to $2.5 million or one of 12 Kia Souls. How's that for party gifts? We're all grown up and it's your time to celebrate. Play the 21 Black Series Scratchers, new from the Georgia Lottery.
I know they inspire our players.
Georgia has the win over 18th ranked LSU.
I'll try to improve from last year to this year, and we'll see how everything goes.
Dogs on top, 1-0.
This segment of Inside Georgia Football is brought to you by Georgia Lottery.
On this week's edition of Dog Sitting, we have top dog head coach Mark Richt. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
I'm glad to be here.
So we know the coach Mark Richt on the field, but today we want to pull back the curtains and kind of see who you are behind the scenes.
Okay.
First question, we know you played football in high school and in college, but when was the very first time you ever put on a helmet?
Oh, it had to be one of those little hutch outfits. It was probably a Denver Bronco uniform when I was a little bitty boy, and you have fake shoulder pads and fake pants and a fake helmet, and so you put that on as a little kid. You run around the house and smash into the wall and stuff like that. So I'm sure that's when I first put a helmet on.
When was the first time you stepped out on the field to play, and why did you make the decision to play football?
Right. Well, my older brother Louis got to play ahead of me. When he was in the 5th grade, you could play tackle football for the first time in Broomfield, Colorado, where I grew up. And so I was just so jealous that he got to play and I didn't get to play. I was in the 3rd grade. So I had to wait 2 more years before I could play. But I was a 5th grader and got to play. I think I was number 18. And back in the day, there was a quarterback named Roman Gabriel. And I had his jersey number, so I thought that was pretty cool.
At that time in your life, was that who you really looked up to?
Not necessarily. I think they just gave me the number, and I tried to figure out who had it rather than ask for the number. But I don't even know. The quarterback I can really remember looking up to and idolizing, quite frankly, was Joe Namath when he was with the Jets. And I actually had a picture of him next to I had my bed, and then there was a dresser drawer next to it, but on the side of it, there was a picture of Joe Namath. And then also in my wallet, I had a picture of Joe Willie, so he was my hero.
When you pursued playing football in college, what was your major?
My major was finance. I got my degree in finance at the University of Miami, which I'm proud to say.
And if you weren't coaching football, what do you think you would be doing right now?
Well, coming right out of college, I had a feeling that I was going to go into the real estate business one way or another. That's my best guess of what direction I would have ended up.
When you were 5 years old or in the 7th grade, what was your dream job?
My dream job? Well, I love sports so much, I probably thought I was going to be a professional baseball player because that was my first love, was baseball. Although whatever sport was in season was my favorite sport, but overall I saw myself as a baseball player until about the 10th grade. And then I had my former high school coach named Roger Coffey came to me and said, look, I want you to be my quarterback, but I want you to play only football. You got to dedicate yourself to this team and that position. So I did it. And from then on, it became football.
Before dedicating yourself to football, and other than baseball, what other sports did you play?
Played basketball, and when I was little, played soccer. I remember getting the Reader's Digest. I don't even know if you know what a Reader's Digest is, but we used to put those in our socks as shin guards to keep from getting whacked in the shins. And I always remember, putting Reader's Digest in there when the other kids had like real shin guards, so that kind of bothered me. But other than that, I love soccer too. It was fun.
Making the transition from being the offensive coordinator at Florida State to coming here as head coach, what was that transition like for you?
Scary. Until you sit in the seat of being head coach, you really don't know what it's like. I mean, I observed Coach Bowden, who was at Florida State for 15 years, basically. Tried to learn everything I could, but until you sit in the seat, you really don't know the weight of the responsibility and the type of things that cross your desk, the decisions that have to be made, and the people that want something from you, not necessarily in a negative way, they want you for whatever purpose. And so you got to try to manage all that. And then, gosh, I don't know, just the time element is so, it's never ending.
The Dogs and the Cats from Columbia, Missouri. Highlights straight ahead.
Toss to Chubb. Here he goes. 10, 5, 3. Pylon. Touchdown. Yes.
There are certain times in life when things get crazy. Like when we have great expectations. When it's time to move on. Or when life just happens. And when things change and I need a loan, I head to Georgia's own credit union.
Georgia's own credit union. It's your future. Own it.
Try to improve from last year to this year, and we'll see how everything goes.
Dogs on top, 1-0.
They inspire our players.
Georgia has to win over 18th ranked LSU.
I'll try to improve from last year to this year, and we'll see how everything goes.
Dogs on top, 1-0.
This segment of Inside Georgia Football is brought to you by Georgia's own credit union. It's your future. Own it.
The Georgia Bulldogs are back in Columbia, Missouri for the first time since the old men from Athens scored 24 unanswered points in the second half and hobbled out of Memorial Stadium with a 3-touchdown win 2 years ago. Georgia's hoping for a similar result here today, but will have to do it without its SEC offensive workhorse. Georgia and Missouri have combined to win the last 3 SEC East titles, and both teams are vying to get back to the Dome in 14. Today's outcome could be the determining factor when it's all sorted out in the next 2 months. Chubb is the tailback. Single receiver to each side. Handoff goes to Chubb, the freshman. He breaks to the near side, bounces outside the numbers, hit at the 29 and gang tackled and driven back to the 25. Quick snap, I formation, toss sweep to Chubb. Chubb to the near sideline, dives at the 34 and lands at the 36. I think he got the first down. 37-yard line for a 47-yard try would be the longest this season for Marshall Morgan. There's the snap and the hold, and the kick is away. The kick is good. Dogs on the board. Hawks in the shotgun, back on the 19. Drops back, will pass, throws to the far side, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Quincy Mauger. He's knocked out of bounds at the Missouri 47-yard line. It's Georgia's ball going the other way. Work out of the shotgun. Ball on the 24. Quick throw for a screen out to the pass. Oh, it's intercepted off a tip. Damian Swan caught the tip. A second pick for Georgia. Dogs with the ball at the Tiger 25.5. Dogs ball now will be driving to our left. Sunshine trying to break out from cloud cover here in Columbia. Dogs on the 44. And we'll throw it to Malcolm Mitchell on the near side. Mitchell heads downfield, upended at the 50 and dives across the midfield stripe into Tiger territory. We're in the second quarter, play clock at 11:05 and ticking. Mason fakes it to Chubb, he keeps it, he's gonna score! Hudson Mason, he scored, he lost the ball in the end zone, but that's a touchdown. He was 3 yards deep when the ball came out. He had it in Chubb's belly and the defense with Nick to the right, and Mason pulled it out, Z, and ran right into the end zone for the touchdown. 4-3 alignment for the Tigers. Handoff, Chubb breaks to the near side, 50, 45, cuts at the 40, 35, 33, 32, 31 perhaps. Nick Chubb behind his blockers, brought downfield by Shane Ray, the defensive end. You like him making tackles about 15 yards downfield. We're working on the near hash, driving to our left. Mason looks, he's got time, he's gonna hang it up for the back corner of the end zone, it's caught, sliding, touchdown Michael Bennett, yes sir!
What a great pass right there by Hudson Mason. We actually checked that play at the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers in for Missouri. Mock in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, here comes pressure, and we hit him and the ball's on the carpet! Georgia falls on it, Leonard Floyd hit him and stripped it, and Georgia has recovered at midfield with Jordan Jenkins falling on that football. Toss to Brendan Douglas, near side with Hicks blocking. Douglas has some running room. Douglas 10, 5, he leaps, flipped into the end zone, touchdown! Toss to Chubb, here he goes, 10, 5, 3, pylon, touchdown, yes! The officials had to look at each other. Nick got the corner. But not today, as Douglas spins away from a tackle at the 21, then drags a man down to the 14-yard line. And a couple of linemen still mixing it up. That's going to be the last play of the game, and the Dogs have won it here in Columbia, Missouri today as they go on the road and get a shutout in the SEC.
Grown man football! Woo!
We'll catch up with Coach Rick, get his post-game comments right after this.
They inspire our players.
Georgia has the win over 18th ranked LSU.
I'll try to improve from last year to this year, and we'll see how everything goes.
Dogs on top, 1-0.
To 2, Tennessee leading, crowd roaring against Georgia, trying to make them drop it. We hand it off to Herschel. There's a hole. 5, 10.
All I remember is hitting his leg, and it was like I hit a tree trunk. It was the hardest thing I'd ever hit.
12, he's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker. My God almighty, he ran right through 2 men. Herschel ran right over 2 men. They had him dead away inside the 9.
They inspire our players.
Georgia has to win over 18th ranked LSU.
I'll try to improve from last year to this year, and we'll see how everything goes.
Dogs on top, 1-0.
To 2, Tennessee leading. Crowd roaring against Georgia, trying to make them drop it. We hand it off to Herschel. There's a hole. 5, 10.
All I remember is hitting his leg, and it was like I hit a tree trunk. It was the hardest thing I'd ever hit.
12, he's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker. My God almighty, he ran right through 2 men. Herschel ran right over 2 men. They had him dead away inside the 9.
Inside Georgia Football with head coach Mark Richt is presented by Georgia's own credit union. It's your future, own it. Also brought to you by AT&T, building you a better network. This segment of Inside Georgia Football is brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Teams through the course of a season face adversity in any number of different ways, and they can respond in different ways. I would think you would have to have a lot of pride about the way this team responded.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You know, football's a team game, and everybody came together and played real hard, and we had a great week of practice, period. You know, I think we were kind of moving towards a performance like this. I don't know if the news about Todd had any bearing on how everybody played emotionally, but you can't say that we didn't come to play together as a team.
Hudson Mason not only threw for a touchdown, he also ran for one, and his play today I thought really made a huge difference.
He had a couple big runs, one for a first down, one for a touchdown. Threw the ball very well, hit 60-70% of his passes again. You know, didn't really go downfield much, but that was okay. We didn't really need to. He's been a good leader for this team. He's been taking care of business in the run game, and there's a big responsibility for the quarterback, and he does a beautiful job of it. And
you had pointed to this one and said, whoever comes out of this one's going to be in real good shape. You feel that way?
Yeah, well, we're in good shape right now, and certainly they've only got one loss in league play, so they got a lot of their season to fight for. They'll be hoping we lose like we were hoping South Carolina would lose. So that's just the way it works in these Eastern and Western Division races. And right now we do control our own destiny, but we got a long road to go yet.